Hello students, welcome at Educare. This is Bihani and we will continue our chemistry session for the discussion on 4 blocks in modern periodic table. In the previous session we have seen how the elements are classified in various groups and period, that is in vertical columns and horizontal rows. Now the periodic elements, the elements in periodic table, how they are classified, the basis we know, that is the atomic number. And that is the modern periodic law given by Moseley. According to that, atomic number is the most fundamental property. Now what is the basis of those 4 blocks in the modern periodic table? They are considered as S block, P block, D block and F block. We'll take it one by one to know which element are considered in S block. Suppose N is the total number of shell in any elements, then for the S block element, the last electron enters in the s orbital of outermost shell. So here it is the last electron, that also called as differentiating electron, enters in outermost shell but its s orbital. Then in p block element, the last electron, that is differentiating electron, enters in p orbital of again outermost shell. So here also the last electron enters in outermost shell. However, in the D and A block element the situation is different. If N is the total number of shells, then in case of D block element the last electron enters in second last shell, that called as penultimate shell, that is called as second last, means last but one, and that is also called as here penultimate shell. So it is the d orbital of penultimate shell, means second last shell, where the electron enters. In case of A block elements, the last electron enters in pre-penultimate, that is n-2. Previous was n-1 for the penultimate shell. So here it is electron enters in pre-penultimate shell. Pre means before, and that is from the last n, second last n-1, you may call roughly third last, that is n-2. Now the position of these S block, P block, D block and F block elements in modern periodic table. S block elements that contain groups 1 and 2, and they are here to the left side of modern periodic table. P block elements, they are present at extreme right side of modern periodic table. Then the D block elements, they are present in between S and P block, that is they are at the middle of periodic table. And the F block elements, they are situated in these 2 rows, they are respectively called as lanthanides and actinides, and that's A block element. So perhaps you get clear. S block to the left side, P block to the right side, D block at middle and A block at the bottom. Then positions of metals, non-metals and metalloids, they are present in periodic table. S block elements, all they are metals. D block elements also, all they are metals. And A block also, all they are metals. P block elements, mostly non-metallic. Some of them are metalloids. Metalloid, the properties of showing both metals and non-metal, that called as metalloids. And very few at the bottom there, they are metals also. Now what are the representative or normal elements? Here in P block we have the groups from 13 to 18 as shown here, and out of that the groups 13 to 17 along with this first and second, means all S block, all P block except inert gases 18 group, they are called as representative or normal elements. Now transition and inner transition elements. Remember the D block elements, where the last electron enters in the penultimate shell of its D orbital, they are called as transition elements, and they are transition metals. Transition, that also called as bridge elements, because they are acting as bridge in between S and P blocks. As they come in between that S and P block, most of the properties like electronegativity, ionization enthalpy, then some properties like nuclear charge, that all between S and P block, that's why they are called transition element. And there are inner transition elements, that is the F block, lanthanides and actinides. These are the 14 elements each, means the total making it 28 elements that come in inner transition elements, while in transition element there are 4 series, each contain 10 elements, that is 40 elements are there in the transition elements, that is in our D block. So this is the brief idea about the 4 blocks S, P, D and F block in the modern periodic table. In our YouTube channel, there are, in the playlist if you go, there are at present 4 playlists. One contain the videos on basic chemistry, one contain on basic mathematics, one contain the study tips and guidance, and one in our local language, that is in Marathi. All that study tips and motivational videos are given for your concern or reference. You can watch all those videos, share with your friends and suggest what you want the new videos for your next study purpose. Subscribe to our channel and press that bell icon for that notification. Okay, thanks.